How you doing out there? This is I'm not anybody special, so just let's just call me since Joe the Plumber is so big, and this kind of goes along with some of the ideas that he was sharing. You can turn it off right now because you don't agree with him. That's totally fine, you know. But you could miss out on something. That's totally your freedom there, obviously. Probably turned me off by now. But for you out there that might want to watch something and hear some ideas from somebody that's collected some not just opinions. These are things that this is real stuff. Okay, if this information is wrong, there's a lot of people that are in trouble because it's in congressional records, and this stuff is being stated by people that are people of integrity. And I'm going to give you some places to where you can go to check this stuff out. Okay. I'm going to go through a few points that I think are vital because nobody's talking about them. Okay? I don't know why, but I'm going to just say a few things here. Maybe I'm going to squish some toes and people are going to get twisted up and bent out of shape. But you know what? One of the reasons I loved President Reagan so much and appreciated his service was that he always kept a sense of humor about things. You know, if he didn't keep a sense of humor with Gorbachev, and turned around after they were all frustrated at one point and couldn't talk to each other at one point. He just said, he just turned around and just like he was starting completely over from square one, he said, "Hi, my name's Ron Reagan." And Gorbachev just turned to him. Maybe you never heard this story. And he just turned to him and just cracked a smile and he went, shook his head. And they started talking. And they started becoming friends. And I hope that some people out there that don't agree with some of the stuff that I'm going to point out, don't take just my word for it. Obviously, you're probably not going to do that. Some guy from who knows where, right? Coming from. But, I just came from North Carolina yesterday, and down there they say, bless your heart. So, bless your heart if you don't agree with me, but and bless it even more if you do. So, but either way, whatever. We all got to make our own decisions. We're going to be responsible before the choices that we make in a few days when we select our new president. And that is not a matter we should take lightly because this is the person that he doesn't run our country. Okay, the head that sticks up above the crowd gets all the tomatoes. Okay, that's why George Washington didn't want it for one reason or another, and also that he was a very humble man. Didn't really want the job, but we have to remember when we're picking a president, we are hiring him for a position. Okay, just like anybody would hire somebody for a position. What's the first thing you do? Well, what's their resume look like? What have they done to earn this position? What have they done in the past that qualifies them just for the interview? So anyhow, boy, we could open that door and can of worms go flying everywhere. So anyhow, my wife calls me Tangent Man because my background is in engineering and I'm kind of detailed. So I'm trying to stick more to bullet points and just elaborate just a little on 5 things I just want to go over here. Okay, hopefully I'll keep it to that. So, job number 1: Commander-in-Chief. What is a Commander-in-Chief? They command the army. The only thing that a president can really do and have the full power of is to declare war. But even then, they have to get approval for that. They can't just say, "Oh yeah, we're going to do this." There was a lot of people that agree to that kind of a thing. And when it becomes unpopular, some people decide, well, some people are getting all twisted up about that, so I don't want to be unpopular. What are we, in school or something? Unreal. Anyhow, I think we should all be always learning, but we shouldn't be worried about what other people say, especially when we know what happens. When we turn back on our word, when we tell somebody we're going to do something, we get the job done. And you can't predict how your enemy is going to react, especially when they don't run by the same guidelines and rules that you do and build your company by, or country for that matter. Anyhow, let's take a look at some things that have happened in the past bunch of years, okay? Um, just the next point here: financial crisis. Okay, 1938 to 1997, we had a set of rules in place. Okay, for the loan and banking system. All right. Now, for 50 years, everything was fine because we kept the integrity and we didn't change the rules. But in 1997, some people said, we need to make it easier for people to get loans. Well, that probably wasn't a good idea, was it? So in 1998, the bank started making different practices. Not just the last 8 years, it went back the last 10 or 11 years. Okay, at this point. So it started before Bush was even in office. And as a matter of fact, in 2003, the Bush administration proposed a new oversight committee to clean up Fannie Mae, but it was derailed by other people like the guy from North Carolina, where I just came from, where he said that, well, it would just weaken the bargaining power for the guy that can't afford this mortgage. So we need to make it more affordable for them somehow. How should we do that? No doubt. Well, let's see. If we cut out this whole thing where you have to document that you could pay it back, let's just say no documentation. Well, we don't really need that. Terrific. Beautiful. Wonderful idea. How about zero down? They don't have to have money to put down on a house, do they? They could be 100% in debt instead of just 90. Even that's the best idea. But at any rate, we're all flawed. We all make mistakes, but we should learn from them, not continue to drive forward when we see they're not working. Okay, you drive right off a cliff. So that was voted down. The top 4 people that were gaining the income from this program, the top 4 were mentioned in a recent talk that I was checking out. A very credible background. You can check the congressional record on this. You can check the banking industry on this, who these people were. Very interesting who number 2 was. Number 2 recipient of the wealth that was created by that system. Check it out. And don't just take my word or that video's explanation of it. Okay? Do your own research. Okay? Be responsible for your own ideas and opinions and your vote. I am, and I will be. And if you've got something to share with me, send me a message back. I am not afraid to learn and look and listen. I am not. Okay? So, in 2005, Mr. McCain from Arizona proposed a Federal Housing Enterprise Regulatory Reform Act. Those top 4 people, amongst many others, said, no, that's not a good idea. We're making so much money. All these people are happy. They ain't happy no more. Okay? Whew. A whole lot of more people ain't happy now. So, but we need to see where this came from and the people that voted these changes down and understand where they're coming from. Or we're going to be in more deeper doo-doo. Okay? Can we say that? I guess I just did. Alright, next topic. I'll get into in I guess a couple minutes. I gotta go through these bullet points quick, or I'm never gonna get through this. And I am probably not the most lively person to listen to. I am probably boring people to death. I don't want to kill anybody, so I'm an engineer. So take it at that. So we're not known for being the life of the party, but I'm just gonna go through these next bullet points, and one next video I'll probably have to post. I just want to talk to people a little bit. If you're going to watch this, let's communicate a little bit. Not just go, "Bap, bap, 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 bap. Hey, that's it. Pick it." That's not even English. Okay, Kramer? So anyhow, we'll talk again soon.